Hello, ChipGT here, and in the last video, we mounted the back box using the Bolly Williams hinges to the cabinet. In this video, we're going to start adding some components to include adding the back box glow and a beacon, and routing some of the wires that we're going to need in the future. So without any further delay, let's coin in and push that start button. Okay, in the last video we put that putty on the inside corners. It is now fully cured. It is ready to be sanded down, so let's go ahead and we'll do that. All right, pretty smooth. Keep this side right. Let's go into the other side. This side needs a little more putty before it's ready for paint, so we're going to have to add some more putty. Alright, so I was able to get the alignment bolts back in, the wing nuts are down, and now we're going to start building in all the features and the components into the back box. But first, we're going to start from the back and work our way forwards. So on the back side, we have to attach some RGB LEDs. Now, I'm going to use a Forstner bit. We're going to drill a hole like right here in between where we did those pocket holes. Up here, the same thing in all four corners. And that way we can get our wires through and out the back. So just kind of laying it down right there. From hole to hole, I ended up only using 36 pixels, a difference of 4 pixels. So altogether, I'm getting 8 back that I can use for something else for a total of 30 that I have now at my disposal. Just like I did before with the underglow and the speaker panels, I went along pulling the sticky adhesive backing off and using my X-Acto knife to cut out bubbles. Using the leftover wire, I connected a carryover wire from the right side to the left side. Pixel number 1 in this chain starts in the lower right side of the back box when it's standing up. This connection is from pixel 36 to pixel 37. Next, I connected a power, ground, and data to pixel number 1 and cut the wire at just over 3 feet. This is so the wire can reach the controller with the back box folded in the down position. I connected the female end to pixel number 72. I don't really plan on using this, but it's there in the future if I need it. I ended up running an extra wire for a future project that I'll explain a little bit later. Connecting up the male ends to pixel number 1 and to this future wire, it was time to do a test. Then I connected the circuit playground up to pixel number 1 and ran a test on all 72 pixels, and they worked. Okay, so I have this dome light here, and I want to attach this a little more permanently to the top of the back box here. So I'm going to have the 2 pads facing forward so they straddle this hole. The wire will go down through the hole, and then I'm trying to figure out how I want to attach this. If if I even can. Looks like I might be able to here and here. So if I just line this up, running the wire underneath, I think if I put it right there and then drill holes here and here, I'll be good. So I'm gonna line that up. I think, yeah, I'm gonna drill the holes from the bottom of this through because I don't want to screw up these components here. So I'll just do it like that. There. So on the inside of this section right here. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm gonna do is line that up, drill. I think I'm gonna use a punch to mark where I need to drill so that I don't ruin this light fixture. So here we go again. Okay, so there's my drill holes. Now, what I'm going to do here is I have these lock nuts. Alright, I'm going to put them in upside down, push them through the hole, hammer them in, and then I'm going to screw through the fixture into the lock nut of the cabinet, but try not to pull the lock nut out, you know what I mean? So get these lined up. Hammer. Okay, and then I'm just using some scrounge screws, which I know that will fit into the lock nut. Okay. Now we're going to just screw these guys in. And I know that the lock nuts, I've installed them upside down, but that's intentional. The bolts that I have on hand, I'm trying to use as much from my scrounge as I can without having to go to the store and buy new stuff. So I'm just lightly putting these in. If I wanted to, I could go and get some longer screws and put them into these lock nuts and put the lock nuts on the other side. But for now, like I said, I'm just trying to be cheap. And this will work. This will hold it in there. Another way to do it is these dome lights are meant for vehicles. They're meant for cars. And they've got magnets on them. So I could have put a flat bolt down in there and just let the magnet sit on there. But I wanted something a little more permanent. We'll put this on. And there we go. That's on there now. Okay, while this is in the down position, I've been thinking for a little bit about the extra lights that I have. So so I do have quite a few extra lights. And I was thinking of maybe making, like putting a 1, 2, 3, like making a strip of 3, another strip of 3, 3, 3, and 3, and then setting these up for center flasher, right center, right, left center, and left, and then putting those at the top, and they'll flash at different intervals. I've been thinking about doing that. I put a wire on the back here. It goes through the hole here, not the back. This wire is pre-wired, it's ready to go, so that if I wanted to do that, I could in the future. I'm thinking about it now, and I may end up 3D printing an enclosure, but that'll be a video for another day. Okay, with the back box back in the up position, there's the dome light, or the beacon, and I went ahead and I ended up using my favorite brackets and bolts to connect the clamps, just to kind of tidy up these wires a little bit. I tidied them over to the corner, and then you can see up here, this is the expansion that I might do in the future, and I knotted it right here and ran that down, so there's 3 wires that run through here all the way down, and then I had them come over, and I didn't want to use too many of my clamps, so I ended up zip tying them in the middle there, and I came down and around. Now eventually we're going to have an umbilical, and this umbilical cord is going to have the power wire, the HDMIs, anything else, the power cords, everything else that could potentially go through down into the cabinet to connect to other components. So I left this kind of dangle here. We're going to hook up everything and make one long umbilical, and then we're going to wrap it in some plastic to make it so that when we open and close the cabinet, it doesn't get crushed. Okay, with this being run and this being something in the future, the beacon and the lights on the back, we have kind of finished up the lighting that we're going to have in here. I think this is a good spot to cut this video. In the next video, we're going to hook up the mount for the back glass monitor. We're going to hook up the components that we made that make up the speaker and full screen D&D, and there's a bar in the middle that will hold it all together. That'll all be done in the next video. If you truly found this entertaining, if you learned something new about installing all this, please give me a like, please subscribe, share this video with your friends so it helps the channel grow. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.